Well, welcome everybody to our final evening. I hope everybody has enjoyed it, and I can see that there's a lot of progress being made. I think somebody wants me to cover the picking up of the thumb stitches. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right, yeah.
Me too.
So was that Jennifer that said that, yeah?
Yeah.
So
Yes, it was me. I'm not at that stage yet, but I just thought, you know, it might be able to keep it in my memory if I see it being
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
oh, I like your jumper, Jennifer. It's
Sparkly
lovely.
swans.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I'm actually feeling quite hot. I was thinking of taking it off. The fire's on.
Also, I was going to ask, are the videos all going to stay on the SWI YouTube channel?
Yes,
Because
they're
then
all-
you can use that as a resource and go back and watch
Absolutely.
watch bits.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Right. What I have done is I've just made a little mock-up of the
Oh,
thumb.
hang on, did I get your...
Come back through.
Oh, hello, Annette.
Hello there. Hello there.
You
Hello,
can,
Margaret.
Hello. Yeah.
you can see here that there at the top is where I have taken off the stitches. And then at the bottom is where I have cast on.
We're not seeing it.
Hang on a sec.
Ah, there it is.
I'm just gonna make sure everybody can see your hands big, okay?
You see that okay?
Yeah, bring it slightly to your right. That's it.
That's better.
Yes.
So the top bit's where I've taken the stitches off, and the bottom bit is where I have cast them on. Now you're going to turn it upside down, and you're going to flatten it out like that. If I can find the ends. Sorry, folks.
No, don't worry, don't worry.
Right, you just take it and you flatten it out like that.
Okay, so bring it slightly towards you, May. Sorry, bring it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
And you put your needle right down into the middle of the stitch. Can you see that stitch there?
Yes. Can everyone see that?
Mhm.
Take the needle right down into the middle of it
Right.
and knit it with the colour that you've gone into. In this case, it's white on white,
Yeah.
and bring it up through.
Yes. Yeah. You
Mhm.
see that? That's great.
And then do the next one, obviously in black. Just catch it and bring it up through. Now, one thing that I didn't say when I covered it to start with, if anybody has a problem getting the stitches to come up through, take a second needle and put it down into the middle of the stitch,
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
and then knit it as if you're just knitting.
Okay. Mhm.
That looks easier. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that brings it up through as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes that might be easier.
Mhm.
And are you holding it with the fingers going away from you? With the rib towards you, the cuff?
If you imagine that your knitting is upside down,
Mhm. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
It's
I'll remember that.
when
When
you
I,
look at it, that where you're working is upside down. and your cast on edge is uppermost.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think so. Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's great. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, May. So does anyone else have any questions that they were giving up for this evening?
Yeah.
How's everybody getting on?
Fine, I think.
Good. Oh, this is fine tonight, mate. It's fine. That's good.
I was going to ask if
Susanna, yeah.
May, if there's any, if we have any queries and they're not answered in any of the recorded videos, is there any way of getting hold of you? I mean, I wouldn't phone you at midnight, but you know, is there a way of getting queries answered?
She says that now, May. She says that now.
Well, I wondered if I could have gone on to the craft and chat at some point and answered any queries there.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
good idea.
the other way, Susanna, is through the Womankind group. So there's the Womankind by SWI page, and then there's a separate group.
Yeah, I'm in the group because actually it was when I had a problem with a query about casting on, and I did put it on there, but only one person answered, and by then I'd looked up YouTube. So
Right, okay.
I don't know. Are you on Facebook, May? Will you take a message or?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually saw your message at that point, and I didn't answer it at the time. And when I went back, I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I think I was embarrassed, so I deleted it.
That explains why I didn't find it.
I know, and I'd worked out how to do it. So that would be great. So I think it's very comprehensive, all the stuff that we've had in these sessions. But if there's something that anybody, you know, suddenly thinks, oh,
yeah.
Great.
Well, I mean, I'd encourage me to, you know, be your contact, but I think I would encourage you all to help each other too, because if you watch the group chat and see if there's anybody is needing an answer, then it's a really quick and easy way of getting an answer.
Of doing it.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Susanna. Thank you. So off you go, May. You can do what you want to do.
I was leaving it quite fluid tonight, actually. I didn't have anything lined up.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
The only thing I was thinking about was just covering some of the other things that the pattern can be used for. You know, embellishments in embroidery and things like that. I don't know if that's of any interest to anyone.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. Lots of nods and big thumbs up. Yes.
I know that it's taken it away from the hand knitting, but I'll just show you what can be done with the pattern. Just bear with me. The obvious thing. The obvious thing that it can be used for is actually cross stitch. Quite a lot of things can be used in cross stitch. This is a bookmark.
Oh yeah, lovely.
Oh yeah.
That's not one that I did, but it shows what can be done with it.
And that's cross stitch.
That's cross stitch. Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
A lavender bag, again, cross stitch.
Oh, very nice, yeah.
Yes.
Paperweight.
Oh, of course.
Oh, nice.
Lovely. Lovely.
And the same thing can be done for coasters. That one's cross stitch again. A bookmark.
Right,
Oh,
that's
that's
lovely.
nice.
Mhm,
A harping around it.
mhm.
And this one here is actually cross stitch as well. But it has been, it starts off as cross stitch and then it has been lacquered and it's got fastening on the back,
Mhm.
which
It's
makes
a
it
brooch,
into
yeah.
a brooch.
Oh,
Mhm.
right, it's the brooch. Mhm.
Nice.
This one's cross stitch too.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
oh,
That's lovely.
Mhm.
Mhm. So is that fabric? Is it all fabric?
Cotton.
Ada.
Yes,
Nice.
that's actually an Ada.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's 18 Ada that one's on.
18 or 14. I think my one's 14, but it's no the Sanquhar pattern. It's just black and white.
Mhm.
I'll try to find it up there somewhere.
I
That's
got that pattern from Avis and then I adapted it
Adapted it.
Mhm.
Quite right, mate.
to put the patterns in.
Mhm.
Lovely.
So what do you call that? An Ager?
Ada is the material it's
AIA.
stitched on, but
Right.
it's a biscornu,
This corner.
Right.
a pin cushion really.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
French thing. Was it French or something, mate?
Yes, it's a French. It means twisted.
Uh,
And the twisted bit is when you assemble it to give it the shape.
mhm. Mhm. That's nice.
That's where the twisted bit comes in.
Mhm.
Crochet.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Crochet.
Mm.
So how's that? How to?
That's
I'm going to be
interesting.
I'm going to be the lay person that says, how is that crochet?
That's interesting, me.
Yeah.
It's
How have you done that?
it's filly crochet.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Blocks.
So it looks like it to me. It looks like one piece of material with holes in it. Is it not that? No, it's not that. But what is it then? How do you crochet that when it looks like a piece of material then?
It's called net crochet. The stitches are really, really fine.
Oh, are they? Oh my goodness!
You
Wow.
look at every tiny square, you can see
Mhm.
there's 3 stitches in it.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
You do it in a strip,
Uh-huh.
and then you'll maybe have four stitches very close together, and then you'll do 1 or 2 chain to make the space. And then you'll
Uh-huh.
do the 4 stitches together again.
Mhm.
What size of needle do you use for that?
Can't remember. Can't
Is
remember.
it crochet, nice crochet thread, the fine crochet thread?
Yes, it says fine crochet thread.
Aye. Uh-huh.
Probably 40, I would think.
That's
Mhm.
lovely. That's
Mhm.
lovely.
Oh yeah.
This is cross stitch again. I just used it as an embellishment for around the picture.
That's
Mm.
yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah.
That's lovely. Nice.
We have the oldest working post office in the world in Sanquhar.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
that's a nod to that.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Lovely.
Nice. Mhm.
You can make cards.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
Oh, yes. Mhm.
This one's paper craft.
Yes. That's lovely.
Mhm.
Paper craft, did you say? How did you
Mhm.
make that? How did you make that out of paper craft then?
I didn't make that one.
Just showing us.
So are the all of the little squares made out of individual pieces of paper?
Have it cut out? I know.
It starts off as a one piece and then it's the way it's folded, I think, that creates the design.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Great.
That's great.
Good.
Mhm.
jewellery. You can use it for jewellery.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh, aye, with your butterfly beads.
Mhm.
What's that, Michael?
Beading.
The beads.
Mhm.
Bead work.
Wow.
I have done it in hardanger, but I wouldn't even show you it.
I may.
Come on, why not?
I did,
We all make mistakes.
it does not stand up to scrutiny.
Oh, it's very bloody, the telly, you know, it's very bloody.
It worked out okay, but in hardanger, the cutting and everything, it
Mhm.
lends itself to that, to what I did anyway. I haven't tried it again, but no, I'm not going to subject you to that.
You're not going to show us your weak side after you've shown us 5 weeks.
No, of course no.
There is a chessboard too that I have done, but
Really, a chessboard, wow.
yeah,
Mm.
it lends itself to that.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So that's just one or two of the things that I've seen it done in fabric boxes, other jewellery, coasters, quite a lot of things. I know somebody who made a grandfather clock and decorated the face of the clock with the Sanquhar patterns.
Wow,
Oh, nice. That'd be
Quite
nice.
interesting.
nice.
Aye. Mhm.
Yeah.
Sorry if you've answered this before. Which is your favourite pattern? Is it the Duke, or which is your favourite one?
Well, I don't mind any of them. I find them quite fascinating, just the way they work in. But when I knitted myself a pair of gloves, I knitted the Prince of Wales.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And these are the ones that I use every day.
Yeah.
And do you knit anything but Sanquhar patterns? Do you do ordinary knitting?
Oh, sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes I do, yeah.
Yeah. And how many people in have you actually, apart from on here, how many people have you actually encouraged? I like the word encouraged to knit Sanquhar.
Well, we have a community art centre in Sanquhar, and they several years ago started to do classes, and we've had about 2 classes a year with anything between 8 and 12 people at them, and that's been about 3-4 years.
Yes.
Mhm.
Great.
Some people come back, for seconds.
Yes, yeah. A second journey through it.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that just for local area, or did they come from other areas?
No, that they could come from far afield.
Mm.
We've had some people from up in Ayrshire, and yes.
So it's-
I had booked for last year, for
Yeah,
April last year, and of course we went into lockdown, so that didn't happen.
No, but this did instead. So let's
This is
see how let's have a look, Linda, and see how far on you've got now. Yeah.
Well, I've got one glove. I've got one glove done.
Well done. That's
Whoa.
great.
One glove,
Oh, well
and I'm just past the thumb gusset. I'm just working up towards the fingers now. I've got the second one. Funnily enough, I found it started easy. It was the starting off of the first one that I found was difficult. But now that I've got used to working with the 4 needles, I found that easier. But when I got to the thumb gusset, where I'd found it just went straight through the last time, I had difficulty starting the thumb gusset. I don't know why. So I'm not going to show that too much, because I'm not sure that it's absolutely right to begin with, but it's in with the right number of stitches and the right design. So it's staying this at the moment, but I don't think it's as good as the first one. But it's gone. I'm really pleased, because I didn't know whether my fingers would allow me to do it, and I haven't worked in 4 needles for about 60 years. Wow. And I haven't used such fine wool for a while, so I'm really pleased at how it's happening. I'm really grateful to May for all the tips and things. Could I ask her one thing?
Yes.
You can see how far I've got. Am I going to have enough wool? Because she didn't have any grey for me to get a second grey one when I asked. Do you think I'm going to have enough?
What stage are you at in your?
I've got just past the gusset, the thumb gusset.
It's
I've got,
hard to tell, to be quite honest.
I know, I thought it would be difficult to tell. I can now feel put my finger in and feel the thing in the middle.
It might be worth contacting the shop again, because I think she's had more supplies since you were there.
Right.
Just
I
on
mean,
the off chance.
I know, I mean, it might not, with it being a different batch of wool, it might be slightly different as well, but I'll just chance that. It'll not be, these will not be going in for a competition, because as you said, the other thing, that I don't think they would be a scrutiny, because I'm still splitting the wool sometimes, and it's a bit hairier at bits, and, you know, so this pair will not be going anywhere for anything. I'm delighted.
They can be your working gloves, Linda.
Sorry, yes, all right.
Yeah.
But I'm pleased at how it's gone. I'm really delighted. But I might end up coming down to Sanquhar, but certainly this is better than me having to leave home, because I'm in Kilmarnock for first thing in the morning. It's quite a long trip down.
Yeah. Yes.
So
good.
thanks again, May, for everything. It's great.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been a pleasure.
Yes. Now, should we look around and see how everyone else has got on, May, or do you want to?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Can I ask another question before you
yes, Bruce.
Can I, Susanna, I wouldn't worry about your silly questions, because I'm even worse than you. But I have just read the pattern properly, and I'm doing the mittens, and I notice it says cast on 80 stitches, 30, 25 and 25. Well, I did the stitching for the gloves. Does it make any difference? You know, the separation of stitches on the needles. I did that as for the gloves. Does it make any difference at the end of the day?
The reason why it's separated differently is because the cuff will have a different number of stitches repeat on the cuff.
I've just noticed that as well, that you do the cuff differently. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at the mixture.
That's why the stitch distribution is slightly different. Is to accommodate the repeat in the cuff.
Right.
And for yours will be unique. That's good.
They will, won't they? Yes. As long as I can get the second one the same.
The same
The other question I was going to ask was, you know, you said you used the little bit inside the ball of wool for children's gloves. How many stitches do you use for that? For round the cuff?
Yeah, the little reel inside doing the one ply, and all you'll get is a tiny glove. I had one line something.
Oh, if it's tiny, maybe I could knit one for these twins.
Oh, look at that.
That's lovely.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
It's not a practical thing. It's just a decorative thing, really.
Right.
Right.
Right. A very young child, or yeah.
Well, I don't think you'd even do for that.
But
I
even
don't
for that,
think
no.
so. But
Or maybe not.
there actually is a pattern available for children's gloves and mitts. Is that's the mitten,
Oh, that's nice.
All right.
and that's the glove.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great.
And there is a pattern available for that
Right. Online or
on the same way as what you ordered your pattern for your gloves.
okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Thank you.
Great.
Good. Thank you.
And that wee tiny one was actually knitted on a size 19 needle.
19.
19.
Oh, but like darning needles.
Because it's lace weight,
Right.
it was done on a 19.
Great.
Gosh, we must be fine.
That's very fine.
Mhm.
Mm.
So what's the
need to-
purpose of putting the small ones into the balls of wool?
Sorry?
What's the purpose of putting the small bit into the middle of the wool?
It's a strengthener when you're knitting socks to use in the heel.
Oh, or you would knit the two strands
Oh,
together.
all right. Yeah, yeah.
You would knit it along with your ordinary wool when you're knitting your heels. It's a strengthener for that.
Right.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you.
Hmm.
Good. Thank you very much.
is there any way to make your wool kind of furry? Is it just your hands are rough, or
I think it's just working with it, Avis.
because
Yeah.
it's pure wool?
And sometimes when you have to take it out, it makes it worse.
Yes.
Oh, tell me about it.
Not take it out.
Aye. Although I haven't taken the second one out as much,
No.
Let's have a look then, Avis. Let's have a look.
and I'm getting there. There we go.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Where am I?
excellent.
Where is it?
That's
There.
lovely, yes. Well,
Yeah, that's good.
But when I started to panic when I got to this thumb gusset bit, and the pattern said something about 8 blocks. Well, I've got 9 roundabout.
You'll have 8 when you take your thumb stitches off.
I carried on reading and I thought, oh, that I even got my left glove and I counted them, and I thought, no, there's something no right. And then when I read on, I thought, oh, you take them off. Aye, that's where the 8 comes in.
Yeah.
And I managed to. You were lucky. My biscornu was in the top box, so there's my one.
oh, it's lovely.
But
Wow.
that's no Sanquhar pattern.
No, no. Nice.
It's totally different. It just was the cross stitch pattern that came with it.
Oh, lovely. And did that come as a kit?
Yes, aye,
It's
with
lovely.
the pattern and everything.
That's lovely, Avis.
Lovely.
Lovely.
You do it in, was it 16 or 15 wee squares, May?
15 I think it was, because I was 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 I've counted.
I had to
And
leave
then
one out.
it's the way you stitch them together that pulls it into the shape.
That's cute. Very nice.
But it was quite interesting to do that. It's a while since I've done it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I have another one with thistles on it. That was nice, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Suggestion for another class.
Yes.
Pardon?
Avis taking another class.
Yes.
Well, anything goes.
I think that was my top tip from you last week, was just read the pattern. A few times this week when I've got stuck, I've been like, yeah, just read the pattern, and then it all comes clear.
I wish
Oh,
I
it
had
does.
done that first as well.
It all falls into place.
I'm always too much of in a hurry to get going, so I don't read it all properly. But
Yeah.
I'll
think
just do the
that's the
second one the
problem.
same way and hopefully it works out. And then I'll maybe do another pair properly.
Yeah.
That's one piece of advice that I do give people who knit a pair. Go on and knit a second pair. That's the best thing you can do, is knit a second pair. I know you might not have the appetite for it, but it's really the best thing you can do.
Mhm.
Yeah, because if you knit at least 2 pairs, you'll not really forget how to do it, will you? It's like riding a bike, you don't forget.
No.
Well, that's right. That's right.
Did I imagine it? Did somebody have 2 gloves on 1 needle?
Somebody spoke about that right at
Yes.
the beginning.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I think that I remember that too, Susanna. Yeah.
I thought I saw somebody last week. I'm not saying I would do it, but yeah.
That wasn't one of the Canadian ladies, was it?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
what was it?
We've got a Canadian. Have we got a Canadian lady?
2 gloves and 1 set of needles.
Yeah, it's Christina, isn't it? Is it Christina? Was that you, Christina?
No.
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 You're really waving enthusiastically at no.
I like the way she said no.
It must have been Karen then, Canadian Karen.
Yes, I think that's right, because she was going to do it in a circular needle, was she not?
Right,
Yeah.
that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
I
So-
haven't done anything to mine because I've had problems with my shoulder, and if I sit in it, I
Yeah.
just get pain. So I haven't
No,
They done
that's
done
fine.
it.
You don't need
But
to.
on saying that, I can do embroidery. And it doesn't affect me.
Oh, that's good.
Mm.
It's just the
Funny enough,
action.
yeah.
Just the action, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hopefully you'll be inspired to have a go later on.
Oh,
when
I
you
will.
do.
I'll have another go at it. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You can always embroider it if you can't knit it.
Well, I was going to suggest when you showed the crochet bit, May, doing it in hard hanger. You know,
But I'm not going for my hard hanger. I'm not going to be persuaded to bring out the hard hanger.
Oh, dear.
So Christina, have you made any progress with your gloves?
I've got one mitten
Oh, and then-
glove done.
Oh, well done.
Oh, very
Well
good.
done. Very good.
In May, I can't even believe what floats look like. I
Yeah.
am so impressed.
Yeah, they're cool, aren't they?
Yeah. So I looked in and goodness gracious, my mother's knit, not mine.
Really?
So, oh yeah.
Great.
My mom and dad both had hands, right? Mom did them because she was at school. And I was
Right.
like going, oh, these are like my mom's.
Oh, that's lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, I'm just pleased. I'm so pleased.
Yeah.
And then I have 3 girls. My oldest one is like going, I'll take one in purple.
Mhm.
So I think she has to wait. I have to get them done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Christina, where did you source your roll?
I actually ended up getting it from the Japanese company, the Japan
Oh,
company.
right, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I found a funny a company in Windsor, Ontario, and I've been searching all over. And my daughter is at school in Windsor, so I'm like going. So there's going to be a parcel at your door. It's going to be wool, and just bring it home to your mom.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So you've got another glove to go, Christina, yeah? And then
have to
another
do-
6.
To do 3 more.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well done. Well done. Selma, how have you got on, Selma? Have you?
Yeah, I'll put it on because remember I was knitting for a giant.
Oh yes, you were, yeah.
So what I did is I took the extra thing off
Oh yes.
Uh-huh.
and then I redid the fingers, but
Mhm.
also one smaller. So now it nearly fits.
Great.
Oh.
Good
Oh,
job.
good.
So it's a bit wide, but it's better than too long.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. At least you can
So I'm happy with it.
touch the phone when you need to touch the phone, yeah?
Yeah.
Rather than, Great. Great. So you're on your first glove, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I also did a jumper for my daughter, and I'm also for myself busy with something. So, well, just one body.
Oh yeah, yeah. One set of hands, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. One set of hands is good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you,
So
Selma.
it was
Well-
fun.
well
Thank
done.
you.
Good.
Oh.
I'm going to go to Sandra now. See what Sandra's up to. What have you managed to get further on, Sandra?
I've got but a bit.
Oh yeah, lovely.
I'm just about up to the top of the thumb gusset.
Yes.
I think I've only another couple of rows to do.
Yeah.
What
What pattern are you doing, Sandra?
I'm doing the one I bought at the SEC 2 years ago, at the WI stall, and that was the midge and fly design.
Midge and fly, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not having any great difficulty with the pattern. I'm just having difficulty with my hands, and
Yeah.
I'm finding that quite hard to take because I've always been used to
Mhm.
doing things. So it's just highlighting that my hands are deteriorating. So
Mhm.
that in itself is hard to take. But I do enjoy the classes because it is giving me the incentive to try and keep going.
Are your hands not through? I mean, it's like physio, isn't it? Surely doing something. Is it not better to be moving your hands than not moving your hands?
No, but I've no feeling in my fingers
Yeah.
because of the carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yeah.
And I've had the surgery in one hand, but
Yeah.
not the other. And if I keep dropping the needles because I can't feel them in my fingers.
Yeah.
So it just makes it a wee bit more difficult, but I am persevering, and that's how far I've got.
That's great. Well done. Well done. Could this is a daft suggestion maybe, but could you wear something and put magnets in what you're wearing, and that might keep the needles on your hands?
No, because it's it's the wrist that's causing the problem.
All right. Okay.
It's stopping it affects the nerves in the tips of the fingers. And it's like when your hands sew, I keep dropping the needle all the time.
Yeah.
I can't feel it.
Yeah.
But, I know I'm persevering.
Yeah.
I wondered earlier on if about getting what the rule was for the cushions and the size of needles, because if they're bigger, I can feel them better.
Yeah.
The thinness of the needles, but no complaints. I'm plodding on and thoroughly enjoying it. So
yeah.
That's good.
I'm just sorry the classes are stopping, because that really is my incentive to keep going.
Yeah. But like we said, the crafting chats can people can
Yeah.
come to that, and then we can catch up.
Yeah.
And make sure that everybody gets through it and there's no trauma.
Already I've learned quite a few bits and pieces. I mean, I've done gloves before, and I now see where it would have been so much easier had I known about this and about that. So no, there's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Good.
And I have made a mistake, but I'm not showing you that side.
That's all right. We don't need to see it. It's between you and the glove. That's fine.
Absolutely.
That's the beauty of these classes. I don't get to see the mistakes.
No. I might ask Anne-C about the cushions, and May, you can say what you want to about the cushions too, about the.
Well, I'm just using the same wool as everybody else, because I was originally going to do gloves, but you could use whatever you like for the cushions. It doesn't matter what size it is.
That's what I was thinking, that I would be able to use a bigger needle and maybe a double knit or something, and still using the same pattern, because I like doing the patterns.
Is it the same pattern? It doesn't make any difference.
That's right.
What size needles are you using, Anne?
The same as everybody else.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, really tiny ones. They are a pain, because if you're like me and you have to keep, taking your stitches back, it's really difficult.
And again, as a lady,
with tiny needles and very small ply wool, I still stick them through the middle of the ply.
Yeah.
Yes, I do too.
So as a lay person, if you use bigger needles, would you just end up with a bigger square?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And you would definitely then have giant sized gloves.
It'd be like the gladiators when they had the big fingers. Yeah.
Mine aren't big, and I'm using the bigger needles, and I've got small hands. I wouldn't say that. It's a bit wide here.
Hang on a sec, Jennifer. Where are you? Oh yeah, hang on.
They're a bit wide, sort of just at the wrist, but I've got very skinny wrists, but I could not get the thing on my hand when I was using the smaller needles. Even putting it onto the 4 needles and then trying it like you suggested me, I still couldn't get it on. So I've just got, and I'm not a tight knitter, and I'm just a sort of normal knitter. I'm not tight and I'm not slack. But I think that's quite a good fit. And
yeah,
I sometimes wear 2 pairs of gloves because I get very cold hands.
Yeah.
So I've still got room to have little silk gloves underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
But that's the 2.75 needle.
How many inches is that? Whatever it is. What are you working in? You're working on, I don't know.
Sorry, what are you saying?
A 12, a 2.75, I think it's a 12.
No,
Oh, I don't
14.
know. I don't know what
12
it
or
is.
13.
Right. I've no idea.
No.
I choose a 15.
I think he is an
Should I have-
11.
Should I maybe have just gone from 1.75 to size 2 rather than 2.75?
Probably. You could have done. It's very non-committal, isn't
And
it?
you wouldn't have had been able to get your silk gloves on underneath them, would you?
No, probably not.
I'm a glass half full kind of person, and that's where that's going. Yeah.
Yes, I need my 2 pairs of gloves in the winter.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. And you don't want to cover those ones because they're the showy ones.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're the good ones, definitely. Want
Yeah.
to show them off.
Yeah.
So how clever I've been.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so Alison, Alison Argo, you were very far ahead last time we saw you. Are you finished?
Yes.
Finished, yes. Very good.
Oh,
Finished them. I had my grandchildren here at the weekend and put them on, and my 4-year-old says, "Granny, you've made a hole in them." Fingers. I've got them both finished and I pressed them, May, thank you. I had them stitched down and pressed.
Very good.
Really happy with them. Yeah, delighted with them. So yes, they're finished. And I've enough wool to, as I say, to do another one, but we'll see. I did wonder about doing a hat or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know, is there a pattern? Would you do it in the same ply wool, May, for a hat or something?
I do hats in 4-ply.
And 4-ply, right. Yes, something like that. That's
That's nice.
brilliant. That's really.
Lovely.
That's nice.
Do you have the pattern for that, May? Because I think we'll be after it.
Pattern for that.
All right.
Yeah.
One with the plain
Uh-huh.
at the edge, one with the patterned.
Oh, lovely.
Right.
And this one here's got a button at the top.
All right. That would be great.
You
Yeah.
can't see it, it's not very.
No. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Uh-huh.
I did
No,
a corset type button on it,
Uh-huh.
and this one's just a pom-pom.
Pom-pom.
But there's
Yeah.
patterns for that too.
All right. Okay. Do you get that at the Sanquhar shop, the patterns are?
Yes,
Okay.
and I knit these in 4-ply.
4-ply. Okay.
Yep.
That'd be great.
So Alison, the next time you're at the Mart and you're doing the show,
Yeah, when I avoided you last time.
You'll be having all of your Sanquhar on, and everybody be coming up to you going, "Where did you get that?" And you go, "I made it," you know.
Yeah. I'll have them at the next show, hopefully.
Yeah.
Second of March next year.
Yes, yeah. That's it's a long time since the last one, isn't it? That's great. Good.
Yes. No, I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much, May.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome.
Lovely. Thank you, Alison. Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's see, Moira. Moira, how are you getting on, Moira? Are you making or are you?
Yeah, I've done 3 fingers. I've got some of my pinky still to do, but getting there slowly. I find controlling my tension difficult, but and I have to keep stopping and adjusting the tension, either too tight or too slack. But no, but I'm enjoying it. It's been good fun. It's been good fun. But however, we're getting there, so I'm pleased with them, and they fit.
Yeah, they look a good fit. Yeah.
They're very snug. Yeah, lovely. Yeah. So yeah, I'm very pleased.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Good. So thanks again. Yeah, smashing.
Have you knitted anything like that before, Moira?
Not as intricate as this. I mean, I do, prem baby hats and baby blankets and things like that. And over the summer there, I knitted myself a jumper, which I haven't done for a long time. It's mostly the prem hats and and kind of leg warmers for my niece and you
Yeah.
know, but I haven't done gloves. I think the last time I did gloves was school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I've been doing recently is socks. I've been knitting a lot of socks,
Mhm.
so I've been doing that. So yeah, so
Lovely.
yeah, enjoying it. Yes.
Yes. Well done. Thank you. I'm going to go to Dorothy now. Now, Dorothy, I'm sure, has probably made at least 20 gloves since we last saw her. Right, Dorothy?
Not quite, not quite. I'm doing the wee baby ones, and
Oh,
I'm
lovely.
on the thumb,
Yeah.
and the second one's ready for the thumb as well.
Oh,
And I've also done a wee bit of my cushion. It's a wee bit further on than last week.
great.
There we are.
Oh, yeah, lovely.
All right.
It's
Lovely.
the same one that Anne's doing, but I've made it difficult for myself by actually knitting it into the cushion.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Right, I'm just appliquing them on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just using wool that I had in the house. So
Yeah.
it's not maybe the ideal color, but
No, no, it's lovely. It's lovely and warm.
it's fine.
Nice, nice. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Dorothy. Nancy, how are you getting on? Hello, Nancy.
I'm
Thank
finished.
Oh, you finished. Well done.
Yes.
Well done. That's great.
2 mittens,
Oh, they're great.
Very good.
They look great.
and
Yeah.
I've started the next pair as well.
Oh, have you? Well done. Well done. Teacher's pet there, Nancy. Teacher's
Oh
pet.
no! May is excellent, absolutely excellent. And I have to say, the charts in your patterns are a great help.
Yeah.
I find that the other patterns that don't have a chart, I can't follow as easy. I like the charts.
Yeah.
I do too.
Are you doing mittens the next time or gloves?
Mittens. I don't like gloves.
Yeah.
I get really cold hands, and I get on better with my fingers altogether. So I like the mittens.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Well.
Thank you.
Are
You
you
need to get a
doing
pair of
this?
silk undergloves, Nancy.
Sorry?
You need to get a pair of silk undergloves. Lining gloves.
I've got them, but I don't know. My fingers just get really cold if they're not together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
I
the
like to
friction
keep
of your
them
fingers
together.
that keep them warm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you doing the other
Yeah.
ones in the other mittens in the same colour, Nancy? Because that's a lovely colour.
No, I've got black and turquoise for them.
Nice. That would be nice. Great.
Mhm.
Great. Good.
No, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
So is everybody hoping that it's going to be cold weather for at least another month or two? So people don't know? It will be, I'm sure.
I'm aiming for next winter.
Are you? That's good.
Yeah, me too.
That's good. That's good. Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you.
Let's see, Mo. How did you get on, Mo? You were pretty far ahead last time as well, weren't you?
Oh, I was, and then I had to cut the fingers off, and I had a complete crash and burn. It was pretty desperate. However, I have to report.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh, well done. Well done. That's good.
I'm just delighted, absolutely delighted with it. I can't say thank you enough. And it was just down to reading the pattern. I did struggle a bit, like somebody else had said the same about doing the other hand for the gusset for the thumb. So I don't think mine would stand a lot of scrutiny, not for Auntie May anyway. I'm so happy. Thank you all so much for having me, because I'm not WI, but
that's all right.
It was one of my pal is, and it was her that put me onto it. So
yeah.
Happy days.
And is she on it?
She doesn't knit. She does everything else terribly well, but she doesn't knit.
Yeah.
So she wasn't on this, but she knew I was into knitting because not that I do it very well, but I give it a try.
Mhm.
And I'm just so thrilled, I can't tell you.
Yeah,
Bouncing.
yeah. Great, great.
As long
Well,
as
I'm
you
sure.
wear them and enjoy them, because I know that some people get them and they're so precious to put them in a drawer.
Yeah,
Don't wear them. So wear them and enjoy them.
yeah.
Absolutely. Well, because my mother-in-law's got the same initials as me,
Oh,
I'll have to do 2 pairs, because my husband was telling her about this. He's dead impressed, which
yeah.
doesn't normally warrant a comment. And I'm going to do a pair for Marion and a pair for me.
Yeah.
If it kills me, it may kill me, but I'm definitely doing that. And they'll be worn.
I've got a mother-in-law the same initials as me. It's funny that, isn't it? Because you're like, I'm Mrs. P. Burnett and she's Mrs. P. Burnett, and it's funny. I like it. They look great, Mo. And whereabouts are you based, Mo? Are you near an institute, or does your friend go to an institute that you could go to?
Well, I suppose I probably could go to her one. And I'll certainly look into doing that when we're allowed to get out again. Because I've lived the crack, and I'm used to doing stuff all by my own. So I've learned so much.
That's good.
It's been brilliant. And to be honest, I've never ever knitted gloves. So I did set the bar quite high. I think it would be helpful had I perhaps knitted gloves before.
Wow, well done. Well done.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you. Now let's see Sybil. How are you getting on, Sybil? Because you've done very well before, hadn't you?
Well, this is the
second. Yes, very nice. Second one. Oh, that's great. That's great.
With my daughter's initials on.
Oh yes, yeah, because you're doing a few as well, aren't you?
I've got another 2 pairs to do. And if there's enough wool left, I'll maybe do one for my friend, because I was showing her the other day and she was impressed.
Great.
But I like everybody else, I had a problem with the thumb on the second hand.
What did you?
I couldn't picture from the writing where it should go, and then after 3 times back I realized I should use the chart.
Yeah,
much easier.
Much easier.
Yeah, because the chart's at the back of the
Yes,
I was going to say recipe pattern.
But I just could not get into my head how this was supposed to look.
Oh.
So it came back twice.
Oh.
3 times I think I took it back. But no, I am absolutely delighted, and I think everybody else will be too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So how many pairs are you making in total, Sybil?
It'll be 3, because I've got 2 daughters.
Great.
So this is the purple one, which is for my older daughter, and I've got red with the cream for my younger daughter.
Ah, lovely.
So fingerless gloves, but
yeah,
be fine, because they both suffer with bad circulation. So the fingerless gloves, they'll be able to work around and have warm hands.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
They're good if anybody's working with mobile phones and things.
Yeah.
Sorry, me. Sorry.
For anybody that's working with a mobile phone, the fingerless ones are good.
Great. Yep. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. I'm going to go to Elizabeth now. Elizabeth Farr. Hello, Elizabeth. You need to unmute for me, Elizabeth. Yeah.
Always forget.
Oh, you've muted again, I think. Hang on. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, I was getting on fine, apart from sometimes if I dropped the stitch trying to pick it up. But then I got so far, realised it weren't going to fit me. So I'm having to start again to precise needle. I've been busy the last week, so I haven't got started yet, but I'm trying to persevere.
Yeah, and were they too wee?
Yeah, it's just too tight. And I got the big hands, so they're just too tight.
Yeah. But like May said, you have to make a few pairs.
Yes.
She didn't start the 5-week session saying that, but you know.
No, she's left that one. It's been really good. I've really found it helpful, very helpful. And the YouTube is great to go back to and check out what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well done, Elizabeth. We look forward to seeing them when you can post a picture of them when you've done them. Yeah. Right. Let's see who's not showing me. So, Mary, have you been doing gloves, or are you just here for a?
No, I've got my wool, I've got my seagulls, I've got everything ready.
Too busy
But I was
with other
doing something else, and I thought I would wait and get the tips first.
Yes.
So I've got 2 different lots of wool. I don't know. And to do those 2 together.
That'd be lovely. Yeah.
That's nice.
And those 2 together.
Oh yeah, lovely. That'd be lovely. Yeah.
So I had an essential journey to Sanquhar. Don't tell anybody. And I was very well received by the lady in the shop. She's lovely.
Yeah.
But I'm going to. I'm not worried about the pattern, and I knit on 4 needles all the time because I knit shooting stockings. So that doesn't worry me. It was just to get all the little extra bits that we've obviously all needed as we've gone along. But I tried to get to May's class a year past in May, but it was fully booked. And then the next one I think was the November. And I do a lot of teaching of dancing over the winter, so it wasn't really suitable. So I'll try again once May gets going again.
Yeah, but nice to see you. Hopefully.
Well, I'm often better if I'm showing a picture rather than, reading it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Because I think you're about 28 miles from me if I go into Dumfries and then up to up to Sanquhar. Yeah.
I've had people coming further distance.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
On their knees like the pilgrims, yeah.
So no, I mean I go through Sanquhar regularly for other things because I dance up in Ayrshire anyway. Although I tend to go up the 713. But I'm looking forward to trying to get to the class, May. But thank you for, as I say, I've picked up all the tips as we've gone along. So I'll have a try before then, and hopefully see you at some stage.
Oh, well, hopefully.
Lovely. Thanks very much, Mary. Wilma, how are you getting on, Wilma? It was your bright idea to do all of this. So how have you been getting on?
Slowly. But I'm 5 rows short of doing the fingers.
Oh.
5 rounds short. Because I'm thoroughly enjoying doing it. It's just, I've got the family things, but that's me.
Oh, very good. That's great. They look great. They're looking at a nice fit.
The fit.
Yeah.
Fit marvellous.
Yeah.
So I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm taking my time. I'm not, I've got one of these folk that's got finger problems or whatever. So I can only do about half a dozen rounds at a time and stop.
Yeah.
So I sort of get up in the morning for anybody and get some done. And then I aim to get some done after a meal at night. And then that's me, I have to stop. But I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah.
So proud of it.
I know, it's lovely.
I'm absolutely proud of it.
Right.
So yeah, great fun. Thank you very much, May. I really am enjoying it, and I'll be going on. I'm one of these plodders that keeps on going, and then we'll end up doing umpteen. So yeah, I've got Christmas orders in. I'll get on.
That's great. Thank you, Wilma.
Thank you, May. It's absolutely super. I love the pattern, and I love the wool. It's a lovely texture. So just thank you. It's good.
I just hope that she's able to get more supplies. It's still a problem at the minute, but hopefully it'll get better.
As long as they're not stuck in the Suez Canal. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that's looking up tonight as well. So
Yes, yeah, it is. Thank you. Margaret, how are you getting on, Margaret?
I'm getting on fine.
Yeah, good.
I've got my 2 gloves done. Is that the way? No.
Very good. Yeah.
Other way. There we are.
Lovely.
And I like the pattern so much. I made a wee child's jumper with the 4-ply with
that's
the
amazing.
with the jute pattern.
That's beautiful, Margaret.
So I love the pattern so much. Just need to thank me because I didn't realise there was so many different kinds of patterns.
Yeah.
I would love to try some of the other patterns now.
Yeah. Would you send me a picture of that, Margaret? Would you send that to me by email? A picture of it, because it's lovely, that jumper, and it's it just takes it on a little bit more, doesn't it? You know, people can make gloves, they can make cushions, they can make mittens.
Well, it was done in it was the 4-ply wool.
Yeah, lovely.
I had in the house, and I fell in love doing that pattern.
Yeah.
But I didn't know there was so many different patterns that I could have. I'll go into some different patterns now.
Yeah.
We're just needing a wee trip down to Sanquhar, I think.
There'll be a queue. There'll be a queue.
Did you knit that in the round, or did you knit it in pieces?
I've knitted it in the round up to the you can the armholes.
Yes.
And I knitted it all in the round.
That's good.
Lovely.
So
now that jumper would cost an awful lot of money if you bought that in a shop.
Definitely. But I feel love doing that pattern.
Yeah.
When I started it, I couldn't stop it.
No. And how long did it take you, Margaret, to do that?
Oh, I just didn't ken. You just pick it up and put it down, pick it up. I couldn't tell you how long it took me. I never can take track of how long. I just enjoy knitting, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did you knit that maybe, well, you must have knitted it over the last 5 weeks, so.
No, I didn't knit this one.
All right, you did it before that?
I've done 3 different Sanquhar gloves, but I've all done the same pattern, the jute pattern.
Yes.
I didn't realise there was so many other different patterns.
Yes.
So I just need to start doing the different patterns now.
Yes.
I would like to do the cushion, you can, with the different patterns on it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You can. But so just need to thank May very much for all the tips and everything we've learnt.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Margaret. That's lovely. Julie, can I come to you, Julie? Can I ask you to unmute?
Hi.
Hello, Julie.
I've only just discovered your podcast too late to do anything.
Don't worry.
I was knitting a pair of mitts, and I was actually trying to get it downloaded so I could show you. The Knitter magazine did a pair of sort of like Scandi Seldo mitts. Sorry,
that's
my son delivering my food.
Right.
And I was trying to find a picture there to show you. So they're quite similar in as much as their colour work and their mitts.
Yeah.
And I was very interested in the lady speaking about going to do the second mitt and the placement of the thumb and following the printed pattern with the colour work. Again, just reading the instructions. I can't get the second mitt done because I can't seem to quite figure out. I can't get the thumb. I've done the gusset, but I can't get the face of it, so facing me lined up. So I got all the way up to the fingers, and I had a bit of a problem with that because I don't know if you can see, but I've got what they call piano fingers.
Yeah, you got long fingers. Yeah.
Really long fingers. So my question for you ladies was, did anybody else have to alter the pattern or anything like that in order to make it fit their own fingers and how you would go about doing that, considering its blocks.
So somebody did have a problem with the fingers being too long. And we covered that. I think it was last meeting. I think.
Yes, we did. Yes,
But
you did.
if you want to lengthen your fingers, you know how you've got the 1 and 1 at the top of the finger, as opposed to when you finish your blocks, you go on to 1 and 1.
I think I did see earlier on,
like
yeah.
here, the 1 and 1. You knit more of that. You knit more rounds of that on each finger to lengthen them.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah.
But I think you'll find that that's covered in the pattern.
Yeah.
It does cover that.
Mm-hmm.
And that just gives you an even fingertip, really, rather than starting a new block, yeah?
Yeah, yes, I think it's tidier. I have seen old gloves where the knitter has started to decrease in the middle of a block.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's just a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say it's wrong.
No.
There's nothing to say that these things are right or they're wrong. But I think it's tidier if you're doing it in the 1 and 1 at the top, as opposed to starting to decrease in the middle of a block. But I have seen it done in old gloves.
Yeah, the other thing was as well, I was using the tiny little circular needles. So I had 2 sizes. I had 2.75, but my hands started to cramp up. So I switched on to the bigger needles. And then I think later I switched back again. But again, with me having really slender wrists on the pattern that I'm doing, I finding it a bit loose. But it was interesting to hear what was being said about having the silk gloves underneath. That would solve my problem perfectly as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing you could do if you find that your cuffs are too loose is maybe to knit your cuff on a finer needle and then move on to a bigger needle to do the bulk of the hand. That would bring your cuff in slightly.
Mm-hmm. Great.
But I'm looking forward to, now that I've discovered that they're all these videos are up on YouTube. So once we're finished here, I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
And watch all that, and that'll be my evening's entertainment.
You're a glutton for punishment, Julie, yeah?
Yeah.
Great. Great. Well, nice to have you, Julie. Thank you.
Thank you too.
I'm going to go to Karen. Canada Karen, I'm going to go to you now. Nice to see you. We were looking for you earlier, but you obviously snuck in a little bit late.
Yeah, I got the time zone wrong.
That's all right. Yeah, we've moved times. Yeah, we've moved times.
So I'm just up past the start of the thumb gusset.
Great.
But I got my blocks on the thumb gusset screwed up, and I can't figure out where I went wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like they're
a thumb gusset evening today. It's a thumb gusset evening. Everyone mentioned thumb gussets, haven't they?
Oh, thumb gussets are my nemesis. I started to learn colorwork mitts about 2 years ago, and every one I probably had to rip the thumb gusset out 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But I can't figure out, like when I look at the pattern, on the top of page 6, it talks about knit 1 complete pattern. So that's like the 10 rounds, right? And the 1 full square. So when I get down, it says the 5th and 6th blocks are the same. That is on round 2 as they are, and it gives it the little stitches, and then block B. But then I get lost. For some reason, it doesn't match up on like what I'm reading, I think I'm doing. But then when I look at it, it's not. So I can't figure, it's like when I'm leaving this side of the mitt, the front of the mitt, and going to the thumb gusset. No, this is the left glove. So this would be the back. And so at this point where my thumb gusset is, what is the order? When I look at the chart, the block A is the first one. And then block B, but then it's the last it's the third block that's screwing me up, because then it doesn't match my pattern when I get around to the next cycle, because I know these ones I'm going to be taking off at the end of this block, right? Like at the end of this whole full square that I make, I'm gonna be taking these off on waste yarn, but that's where my pattern gets skewed, is right there.
You'll
So do I
actually,
just visually say to myself, okay, it's gotta be this block above that block because those two blocks are coming off?
you'll find that at that point where you are, you'll have two blocks the same together.
That's okay, that's where the problem is. Okay, I thought that's what I had the first time. I
And-
got to round 3 and then round 4 I screwed it up.
On your left hand glove, it's block. Wait till I look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, I think it is.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3,
yeah,
4.
the pattern says 5 and 6.
That
Okay, so I
one-
realize I
that
have
one's
two side by side the same. Okay, that makes
And then
perfect sense.
And then when you come to take your stitches off, you'll take 2 blocks off, but you'll replace it with 1 block, and your
Yeah.
sequence will fall in then.
That makes full sense. When you said I had 2 blocks the same, that would make sense why it didn't seem like, I was like, why is that there? It should be over there. And I kept second guessing myself, so I'm just taking that part out now.
Oh.
I'm gonna have probably 4 pairs by the time I get one done. It's just- I've had to undo it sometimes, but that's okay. It's part of the learning process, right?
You look great. You look great.
Thanks.
Karen, I would love to see if you can be bothered. I would love to see some of the other things that you've made. Maybe you could send a picture to the Womankind group or something.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Things, because I know that you've worked, and the same with Selma. Actually, the color work that you've done and the previous things you've made, that would be really nice.
Sure.
Yeah,
No problem at all.
As our overseas contributors, that would be nice. And you, Christine.
Oh, go ahead.
Who said Pauline? No one? I thought I heard Pauline there. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, well done, Karen. That's great. See, and
Thank you.
it was a wee bit complicated at the beginning, Karen, because you had the different patterns to everybody else. But once we got that straightened out, then you're all right. You're on
Yeah.
it. You can do it. Well done. Well done.
Thank
Now, have I gone round everyone? Have I missed anyone? Put your hand up if I missed you. I don't think I've missed anybody. Okay. So May might be time to make your parting speech.
Is this my swan song?
It might be.
Well, the only thing I've been really encouraged how everybody has done, and I think it's been a very well work exercise. The only thing I was just going to share with you is a little extra at the end. I think I mentioned that I had gone to the festival at the Folklife Festival at Washington in the year 2003. And I was part of the Scottish contingent that went there, and there was 3 types of the Scottish knitting that were featured, which was Fair Isle, Shetland knitting, and the Sanquhar knitting. And the visitors that came to that festival, there was a lot of quite knitting groups, and they were very enthusiastic. Some of them came several times over the 10-day course of the festival. And there was this particular lady came. She ran a knitting group in Washington, and she had an absolute passion for knitted earrings. That was our lobe pose, is what she called it. And she presented each one of us knitters with instructions and a kit on to make earrings, knitted earrings. So when I came home, I thought I had to answer this. And you know how I have talked all along about how versatile the pattern is. Well, this was my answer to the lady with her earrings.
Oh,
very great.
Very good. These are beautiful.
I didn't have the fine needles at that point, so I think I knitted them on cocktail sticks. So, ladies, you can do anything.
Courage.
They're amazing.
Absolutely.
I've never worn them as earrings, I must admit, but that's my answer to it.
Good for you.
So keep knitting, ladies.
Yes. Oh, well done, May. It's been great. It's been great to
It's been excellent.
great to see how everybody's managed to get on and do it and create these lovely gloves and create more than one pair. It's amazing. So well done, May. Well done. I hope you feel proud of your achievements and proud of the ladies.
Well, I do actually. I feel quite smug, I suppose, is the answer.
Yeah, hands up. Who else feels smug? Do you feel smug? Yeah. Some of you have not put your hands up yet, but you will in a couple of weeks. You'll be fine. Yeah.
Once they're finished.
Yeah. Great. Well done. So I'm just going to say that on Thursday at 2, we've got the start of our paper crafting month. So if you fancy coming along and learning different things to do with papercraft, then that's when we're going to do that. Thursdays at 2 for the whole of April. And we've got another packed program for April 2. So we've got a tasting session for salt of all things, but it's sea salt that's made in Scotland, which is lovely. And we've also got lots of different history kind of expert talks and things like that. So come along and see what you want to see, and if you can't see it live, then see it on catch up on Scottish Women's Institute's TV on YouTube. So let's just say thank you very much to May, and I look forward to seeing everybody soon again. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, May.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, May. Great.
Thanks, May.
Sorry.